everybody, it's Janelle Waz, and welcome back to another video. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. That's right, today we're talking about the PBS Kids show, Arthur. Like many a 90s kid, I grew up watching the adventures of Arthur, the 8-year-old Aardvark, learning how to spell Aardvark,
A-A-R-D-V-A-R-K,
fighting with his sister, and...
I'm sorry, Buster. They made me tell. They tickled me.
But among his adventures was the time he broke his mom's computer trying to play a computer game. And I have to say, being a gamer and someone who likes to do my own computer repairs, this episode hit a nerve. So, everybody that you meet has an original point of view, including me, so let's begin to work and play as I discuss the Season 1 Arthur episode, Arthur the Wrecker.
Hey! Whoa!
The episode begins with an Arthur monologue, as a lot of Arthur episodes do. He talks about how kids throughout history did important things like breaking the nose off the Sphinx, breaking the Venus de Milo, and cracking the Liberty Bell. Of course, all of this is to justify breaking a window while playing baseball.
Then let's play some baseball!
But buckle up, kids, for the breaking of important items has only just begun.
We've only just begun. And yes, we've just begun.
Arthur's mom is walking home with Arthur's sister DW, who's being DW.
Will you play kitchen with me? That's the game where I bring you ingredients and you make cookies. Then I eat them.
Arthur runs out of the house because his friend the Brain loaned him a computer game, which I'm pretty sure you aren't supposed to do. You ever read those terms and conditions on software? Well, of course not, nobody does. But you're only supposed to install software on just one computer. Are you trying to get arrested, Arthur? But anyway, Arthur's really interested in playing Deep Dark Sea, and as a lover of ocean games, I thoroughly approve. Mom says after dinner, and Arthur is understandably disappointed. Hey, I was a kid once. I know what it's like to get a game and all you can think about is getting home to play it. Sorry, school, but I have tomatoes to harvest. But why exactly can't Arthur play the game right now?
I have to work. It's tax season.
Lousy taxes, taking mothers away from their children. Deductible here, tax credit there, but you know what you're not going to get in that tax refund? A child's love. Prove me wrong.
Go!
At dinner time, Arthur shovels food into his mouth so he can play the game after dinner.
My mother taught me, if you try to combine talking and eating, you'll end up doing neither very well.
Screw precious time with the family, it's game time. And the game amounts to an average platformer. No, seriously, what makes this game different from any other platformer that takes place on land? Heck, even Super Mario had underwater levels where you can actually swim. You're not even swimming in this game. You're walking around on the ocean floor.
How do you win? Kids say there's this thing that you find. Buster says his cousin's friend's brother found it. And the computer gave him a number to call, and he won a lot of stuff.
Okay, I feel like this is something that would get disproven as soon as game FAQs and internet forums came around.
But he had to swear in blood never to tell what he found.
But as the hours of the night go by, Arthur is still at it. Like any true gamer.
Wouldn't you rather play when you're more awake?
Sleep is for the weak, Dad.
What if you make a mistake because you're tired?
Then I make some great content and get more channel views.
Then I'd have to start all over.
Oh my gosh, look at that smug look on Arthur's mom's face. Like, I get it, this show's from the view of a kid, but as an adult, I really hate that self-satisfied look. Like, her being right is more important than her kid getting sleep. Like, what the hell, lady? Are you just itching to work on more taxes again?
It's tax season.
Huh?
Alright, I've been playing games for most of my life, and that has never happened to me.
There it is. The thing.
Neither is that. That definitely never happened before either. If anything, a true gamer would eat pancakes while playing the game. This episode was obviously written by non-gamers. But hey, it's Saturday, and Arthur's friend Buster comes over to see the game, and how big is this house? They're running like 20 seconds at full speed. Either this house is huge, or there's some kind of anomaly caused by holodeck shenanigans going on here. I have questions! Of course, rather than taking a break on Saturday to spend time relaxing with the family, Mom's working on taxes.
I don't get a day off during
Tax season.
Okay, Arthur's mom is an accountant, so she's most likely working on other people's taxes. But should she be that swamped that she has to work on weekends? Unless it's literally the weekend before April 15th and she's been procrastinating since January, she should be able to enjoy her weekends, right?
Oh, help! Does anyone have a calculator?
Myron? No.
Arthur and Buster are, of course, bored. It's a beautiful day, but there are bugs and crap outside.
Why don't you boys ride to the park? It's a beautiful day.
Where all the muggers and creeps are? Really, Dad?
We've been mugged! What do we do?
But Mom has to go to the office, meaning the computer is open for a little spring gaming, right?
Can we use your computer?
I'd rather you didn't. I'll be right back and I'll need it again.
I have a lot to say about this. For one thing, technically she didn't say no. She said, I'd rather you didn't. I mean, I'd rather have $1 million. I'd rather have a physical cartridge of Harvest Moon 64. I'd rather they made a Vic Fontaine action figure back in the 90s. If wishes were fishes, we'd all cast nets. But I get it, I'm not a mom. So I went and asked my own mom about this. And you know what? Mom agreed with me. She didn't say no. It'll hold up in any court. The other problem I have is that the computer is just sitting there. There's literally no reason why Arthur and Buster can't play on it a little while. Heck, 30 minutes! I'm sure she'll be gone for at least 30 minutes. Sure, if there was some big file transfer that can't be interrupted, or a window that can't be closed because she didn't save, which would be incredibly stupid, but she doesn't even say that. And at that point, a simple, no, there's a big file transfer that the computer is working on that can mean the difference between eating nice pancakes and eating out of a garbage can, would have sufficed. The only reason for Arthur's mom to do this is because she's gone mad with power. Arthur's mom leaves and Buster insists on seeing the game, even for just 1 second. It's never 1 second.
Mom would never even know.
Which is exactly why she could have let you play on the computer in the first place. God, why are parents so awful in this show?
What are you doing? Mom told you not to play on her computer.
No, she didn't.
I'd rather you didn't.
DW threatens to squeal unless she's allowed to watch, so she's not immediately kicked out of the room. Arthur loads the game, and it turns out he's at the end of the game. Which begs the question, why didn't his parents just let him finish the game and avoid this nonsense the next day? I'm assuming he got the game on Friday, considering it's currently Saturday, and that's when he was up late finishing it. Why not just let him take another 5 or 10 minutes and finish the game? Then you can work on your precious taxes.
I don't get a day off during
Tax season.
But anyways, the whole point of Deep Dark Sea is to find the thing and win the game. They jump to the conclusion that the treasure chest in front of them is the thing, and get super excited. Arthur reaches for the mouse, but what the hell, Buster? Like, what the hell's the matter with you? Arthur was the one playing the game. You were there to watch. Arthur was the one who did most of the work and reached the end of the game. Why the hell would you reach for the mouse to beat the game? Like, what the hell, man? After a struggle that shouldn't have happened in the first place, the mouse and keyboard fall down, the monitor flashes, and the computer turns off.
You knocked the keyboard off the desk.
Because you pushed my arm.
I'm sorry, but you mean your arm that shouldn't have been reaching for the mouse in the first place? Like, that's just rich. Buster does offer the one go-to IT solution.
Try turning it off and on again.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I mean, that does tend to fix like 98% of computer problems. But clearly this is in that 2%.
Now Mommy will lose her job. Then we'll lose the house and live in the street. And Kate will get ammonia and we'll all starve.
Doesn't your dad work as well? I mean, even if your mom does lose her job, you can still get by for a little while at least. Plus, your mom's an accountant. She can probably just write it off.
You don't even know what a write-off is. But they do. And they're the ones writing it off.
Buster continues to make things worse, which he's done ever since he came over, and then suggests Arthur call his mom.
I can't. She said not to play with it, and now I wrecked it.
Again, Arthur, she technically didn't. Arthur gets the idea to fix the computer before she comes home and decides to enlist the help of the game's original owner and probably the one the lawyers will be after for violating the terms of service, their friend the Brain. They go all over town looking for him at all the nerdy places. Nerds hang out at libraries, right? But the Brain is peacefully skipping stones and minding his own business when they literally drag him away.
You know what the problem is? No. Well, neither do I.
Oh, it's go time. Look, I'm someone who enjoys fixing my own computers or family computers, and even enjoyed working the help desk in college. I mean, this is stuff I do for fun.
Wouldn't coming to my house and fixing a computer be more fun?
Oh, heck yes. But this is the most infuriating thing I've heard today. Like, you didn't even try to help.
There was no way to save him.
You didn't even try.
Okay, let's rewrite this scene so it's far less infuriating, shall we? Alright, do you know what the problem is? No? Okay, let's start from the beginning. What happened? We were playing the game you loaned us and Buster knocked the keyboard off the desk because you pushed my arm! Shut up, Buster! Your arm shouldn't have been there in the first place! And then the computer broke. Now, when you say broke, it won't turn on. I even tried turning it off and on again. Okay. Worst case scenario, the keyboard is broke, but that can be replaced easily. But I highly doubt that's the case. The question is the computer getting power? Let's see if it's plugged in correctly. Yep, the cord was loose. Try it now. Hey, it works! Thanks! Don't mention it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have stones to skip. It also wasn't lost on me that the Brain's first response is to crack open the computer! Guy, you didn't even do basic troubleshooting. I mean, when I go to the doctor and say, hey, my tummy kinda hurts, their first response normally isn't, time for surgery! And your friends call you the Brain. Oh, look! Mom's home!
Gotta go, Arthur.
Yeah, nice knowing you.
Oh, you get your ass back here, Buster! This is your doing! Arthur, get better friends.
I won't need my computer until after dinner, so you can go ahead and play now.
So Arthur could have played on it anyway. You didn't need it as soon as you got back home. Not to mention, how long was she gone for? She was gone long enough for Arthur and Buster to break the computer, run all over town looking for Brain, and have Brain come over and not help. Basically, Arthur feels like crap, DW's making things worse, and his parents are completely oblivious. This whole episode is just... Ah!
You're becoming agitated. You bet I'm agitated!
Eventually, Arthur fesses up, and Mom takes a look at the computer and does the troubleshooting that Brain should have done in the first place.
This happens all the time. Did you jiggle the switch?
This resolution I have an issue with. I know some older computers did have switches in the back, kind of like a PS2. You can turn the computer on from the front with a button, but there is also an on-off switch in the back. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around how knocking the keyboard off the desk could have caused the switch to be flipped off. I mean, I know it's possible, but how did pulling the keyboard out cause the switch to get pushed in?
You could have just called me and asked for help. I'm forbidding you from playing on the computer for a week. Fair?
No. I mean, sure, if you want him to clean the bathroom or something for this whole incident, alright, fine, I'll allow it. But no computer for a week for a computer that wasn't broken? Again, she's mad with power. And after this debacle, Mom decides to reward herself with some deep dark sea herself, staying up way past her bedtime during
tax season. Get back! Get back!
And that was Arthur the Wrecker. I kinda understand what this episode was trying to go for. The whole listen to your parents and they say don't do something, or even the you can talk to your parents if you need help approach. But I don't know. I made a lot of jokes about this episode, but I think there are a lot of episodes of kids shows that suffer from the same problems as this episode. Not a bad moral, but poor execution. Arthur's mom comes across as a little unreasonable, and it could have been explained away with a simple line like, the computer's working on something and it can't be interrupted. Heck, even saying, I'm sorry, honey, it's a really busy time of year for me, and there are a lot of people counting on me, would have softened Arthur's mom in my opinion, and also justify Arthur's punishment. As it is, she was a bit vague with, I'd rather you didn't, and then punishes Arthur not for breaking her computer, but because he played on her computer when she ended up not needing it anyway. I mean, let's say for the sake of argument, he disobeyed her. Again, she was kind of vague. If she wanted to discipline him by having him do an extra chore or two, fine, I'll allow it. But no computer for a week? Jeez, chill, lady. But I think by the end of the episode, we can all agree on one thing. Tax season is very much a burden on kids and adults.
Why did you wait until the last minute to pay your taxes?
Because I'm an idiot. Happy?
So what do you think? Do you remember this classic Arthur episode? Did parts of it not sit well for you either? Or is it just me overanalyzing a kids show? And what infamous kids show episodes rub you the wrong way? Please, leave comments below and discuss. As always, thanks for tuning in to another video. If you like what you see, why not give my video a like and subscribe to my channel? Tell your friends! Until next time,
I'll be awaiting your return to your mission.